Hi. Do you need a break? Are you frustrated or perhaps bored? Please, sit. Have a nice, warm, caffeinated beverage. Take a few deep breaths and allow List 25 to fill your head with random and awesome OMG facts that will distract you for the rest of the day. You're welcome. I'm Mike with List 25, and these are 25 OMG facts that'll blow your mind. When Star Wars A New Hope was released, France was still executing people via guillotine. France's last guillotine execution was of the murderer Hamida Jandoubi on September 10, 1977. A New Hope was released in theaters in May of that year. 24. Did you know your brain can act as a radio transmitter for your car keys? Try it next time you're trying to find your car in a parking garage. If you point your car keys at your head, it increases the signal range of the remote. 23. People with blue and other light-colored eyes have a higher risk of alcohol dependency compared to those with brown or dark hazel eyes. Researchers have confirmed the correlation, but don't understand why it exists. 22. Do you know what color polar bear fur is? If you said white, you're wrong. Polar bear fur is clear, and the hairs themselves are hollow to insulate the bears from the cold. Also, their skin is black. In warm and muggy climates, polar bear fur sometimes turns green from algae growing inside their hollow hairs. 21. During World War II, the USSR gifted the crew of the HMS Trident in Her Majesty's Royal Navy, that's Great Britain, with a reindeer named Pollyanna. They kept it on a sub for 6 weeks until they got home. She was then given to what is now the London Zoo, where she lived for 5 more years, dying within a week of the sub she had lived on being decommissioned and used for scraps. 20. The name Jessica was made up by William Shakespeare for The Merchant of Venice in 1596. He also came up with Olivia, Twelfth Night, 1602, and Miranda, The Tempest, in 1611. 19. Despite every depiction of Humpty Dumpty showing him as an egg, the nursery rhyme doesn't ever say he's an egg. It's a lot more sinister when he's just a dude who fell and broke, though. And why did all the king's horses and men try to put him back together? There are questions. But Humpty wasn't an egg. We've just collectively accepted the egg imagery. 18. In the 1830s, ketchup was sold as medicine in the US. Ohio physician John Cook claimed it was a cure for indigestion. 17. The Apollo 11 astronauts, that's when we went to the moon, in case you forgot, had to go through US customs upon their return home because they had items from outside the US to declare. Moon rocks. 16. There's a dark spot on one of Pluto's moons that scientists have nicknamed Mordor. 15. Amsterdam may be the coolest place on Earth to die if you die alone. If you have no friends or family to bury or mourn you, a poet will write a poem about you to recite at your eulogy. Also, a retired civil servant will go to your home, sort out your bills, and choose music to play at your funeral. They will attend your funeral, lay flowers on your casket, and even accompany you to your final resting place. These men are named Geert Fritz and Frank Sterrick. This happens up to 20 times a year. 14. Expedia Incorporated owns all of the following companies: Hotels.com, Trivago, Hotwire.com, Cheap Tickets, Travelocity, and Orbitz. They're all the same conglomerate. 13. The screenplay for the James Bond film You Only Live Twice, starring Sean Connery, was written by Roald Dahl. He's the same guy who wrote the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that went on to become the cult classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. 12. Science shows that sandwiches do taste better when someone else makes them. It's believed that the prolonged exposure to the sandwich while it's being made makes it feel less novel and less desirable. 11. Americans spend a lot of time in their cars. Too much, maybe. The average American spends just over 40 hours per year sitting in traffic. That's a week of work, guys. Maybe it's time to invest in some audiobooks? 10. The earliest t-shirt dates back to sometime around 1898 and 1913. The t-shirt evolved from undergarments used in the 19th century and were first called t-shirts by F. Scott Fitzgerald in his novel This Side of Paradise.
9.
You can visit the wreckage of the Titanic if you'd like. It'll only cost you $105,129 per person to participate in the excursion. If you need to save up, don't put it off for too long. A type of rust-eating bacteria recently discovered and named Halomonas Titanic is eating the wreckage. Scientists estimate it'll be gone in about 20 years.
8.
It's not illegal to attempt to escape prison in Germany or Austria. It's considered a basic human instinct to be free, and therefore wrong to punish it.
7.
Wombat turds are cubes.
6.
If you look at someone's elbow when you high five and line your elbow up with theirs, your high five will never miss. You're welcome.
5.
Saudi Arabia imports both sand and camels from Australia. The camels are mostly for food, since the Saudis focus on breeding their camels for either racing or domestic uses.
4.
Don't eat polar bear liver. I mean, you probably won't ever find yourself in a situation where that's an issue, but in case you ever do have to slaughter and cook a polar bear to survive, skip the liver. It has such a concentrated amount of vitamin A that it's actually poisonous to humans.
3.
Mothers who breastfeed are less likely to have breast cancer in the future, as well as reduced risk for ovarian and endometrial cancers. New studies suggest it may also prevent heart disease and stroke. Breastfeeding, when possible, is not only best for the baby, but also for mom.
2.
The largest painting in the world was created by Juka Siroglovic in Croatia. The painting measured 10,800 square meters, which surpassed the previous record holder, David Aberg's 8,000 square meter Mother Earth.
1.
It's believed that the cappuccino was named by a friar named Marco di Aviano, who is now a saint. According to some reports, the Aviano named the drink after the Capuchin friars because the drink resembled their robes. So, what's your favorite OMG fact? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your answer to us at List25.
Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button on the bottom right and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.